Creepypasta. You know them? I love them. They're creepy fun stories that are supposed to be creepy and scary. Some are more successful at that than others. Regardless, they're entertaining. At least to me. So I decided to draw fan art for them. Today's victim is the iconic, the sexy, the badass. I don't know what I was reading. Jeff the Killer. For those who may not know the story of Jeff the Killer, I will be giving a brief summary. I mean, it's not brief. A summary of his story. Because if I were to read the whole story, it would take more than an hour. And that won't do for this video. Our story begins with an excerpt from a local newspaper talking about a killer still at large. A young boy talks about his encounter with said killer. After that, we are introduced to Jeff and his family that recently moved into a new neighborhood. After their neighbor Barbara introduced herself and her son, Billy, invited him to his birthday party. Jeff doesn't want to go, but his mother says they have to make a good impression. The next day, Jeff and his brother, Leo, go to their first day of school. At the bus stop, 3 bullies show up. Keith, Troy, and Randy, the leader of the group. They take Leo's wallet. Jeff confronts Randy and gets into a physical fight with the bullies. After the altercation, which the bullies pulled out knives at them, the cops show up at their house. Leo takes the blame for Jeff and goes to juvie. Jeff's mom wakes him up to go to Billy's birthday party. He's not excited at all to go, but his mother doesn't care. At the party, the bully trio shows up with firearms and attacks Jeff. Randy gets beat to death by Jeff, then Keith and Troy chase Jeff upstairs, shooting at him. But since they have dog shit aim, they miss every shot. They corner Jeff in the bathroom. Troy gets knocked out by Jeff with a towel rack. After a bit of a struggle, Keith lights Jeff on fire. Since Jeff at this point was covered in vodka, it was Randy's doing, and bleach because he bumped into a shelf and accidentally poured bleach over him and Keith, he catches on fire immediately. Jeff wakes up at the hospital covered in bandages. After his bandages were removed, the reaction from his family weren't the best. I mean, his mother literally screams bloody murder at the sight of her own son's face. Like, damn, Mom, the fuck? Leo's the one to de-escalate the situation, saying, start quote, "It's not that bad," end quote. Jeff, upon seeing his face, starts laughing hysterically and saying he looks perfect. At home, his mother witnesses Jeff mutilating himself, runs to her husband in the bed, tells him to get the gun. And the Mother of the Year award goes to Jeff. Seeing this fucking bullshit, decides to kill them. I don't even blame him at this point. I don't feel bad for them. Leo startles awake by a loud sounds, though he quickly dismisses it and goes to sleep, but feels like he's being watched. Jeff covers his mouth and raises his knife and says to his brother, "Shh, just go to sleep." And that, my friends, is the story of Jeff the Killer. Abridged version. I think the Jeff the Killer OG Creepypastas writing isn't that bad. It's really entertaining to read. Like, there were parts that were really funny because they didn't make any sense. Like, the part... I'm sorry. The part where the cops show up on the house and they're like talking about it, and they're there to arrest the kids because Jeff like beat the shit out of the kids. Like I think he stabbed one of them. He beat the shit out of them. The cops there to take him to juvie, but Leo's like, no, it was me. Like Leo comes in and he's like, it was me, and he's holding like a gun. A gun, a knife. I always imagine, like, in this version, like, they're holding, like, butter knives. Like, when Randy and the crew came to attack them at the bus stop, they were all, like, holding butter knives. Because that's hilarious to think about. Also, they're, like, 12? So, like, Leo's, like, holding this butter knife, like, in front of the cops. He's, like, at maximum, like, 15, 16. And the cops they pull their guns out and point it at him. Like, the cops literally point a gun at this kid. That is hilarious. Also, they definitely would do that. This is the most realistic depiction of cops in fiction that I have seen. Also, in the video, I have a whole hour-long video narrating the whole creepypasta, the whole OG creepypasta of Jeff the Killer. I'm gonna link it down in the description if you want to hear me do really ridiculous, stupid, bad voices for the characters. It's completely unedited. Like, it's so unprofessional. But if you want to hear me ramble about, make unfunny jokes, and just read it to you, then I suggest you go check that out. Also, if you have time, go to the Creepypasta wiki and actually for yourself read the OG story, because like I said, it's funny as shit. There's so many ridiculous parts of this where I'm just like, wow. Every time he brings up his, like, the feeling, I'm always like, just sounds like me when I am on my period. It's hilarious to me. Anyways, Jeff's design. What I was going for his design was, like, I didn't want to change it too much. I just literally, like, searched up on Google, like, 2000s male clothing, and it's the same, like, hoodies and stuff. I gave him, like, these jeans, because, like, I saw some, like, reference images that I were certain were from the time period of the story. I didn't want to go for, like, trendy Y2K. I wanted to go for, like, the true Y2K feeling. I think it pulls it out very well. Underneath his shirt, his hoodie, I gave him, like, a sleeveless shirt, because, like, of course he would fucking wear that. Yeah. Also, funny thing about the story, going back to it, this is my ramblings are very weird, but stick with me. Also, when his mother, like, wakes him up and is like, son, come on, let's go to the birthday party. I know you, like, got beat up by some kids. I mean, he bit them up, but whatever. I know, like, your brother went to juvie and, like, you really miss him and shit, but, like, let's go to some kid's birthday party that you weren't even excited to go in the first place. Like, I don't even blame Jeff. Also, let me just go on a rant. I need someone to go on a rant with this. When the kids show up and Randy pulls out guns at him, like, his parents don't do shit. Nobody calls the cops. Like, I know they take a long time to show up. I know they're useless. But at least, like, didn't you even, like, call the cops for him to show up at least an hour late and shoot the dog instead? Not even that you could do? No? No. They don't try and protect their son. I'm sorry, but if my kid was being, like, threatened with guns, I don't care if they say, if you come close, I'll shoot. I'm tackling them. They're, like, 12. And also, they have dog shit aim. They literally shoot at him when he's running up the stairs, and they miss every shot, because they're 12, and they obviously don't know how to use a gun properly. Like, they don't even try and help their son. See, this is why I'm glad they're dead. If Leo was there, he would have taken a bullet for his brother, but he wasn't. He was in juvie, because he tried to protect his brother, but it was to no avail, because they tried to kill him. But he survived. Like a cockroach, he comes back. But, yeah, going back to the design, I gave him jeans that look like that. I think they look good. I gave him, like, just Converse. They're probably, like, all-stars. And, yeah, that's my design for Jeff. Fun fun. I don't know what to say. That's my design for Jeff. Okay? It's great. I think this one is good, you know. I feel like this would be ideal to put on a Hear Me Out cake. If there's any Jeff fangirls, sound off in the comments if you would sim for this Jeff. I hope you would, because after drawing this man, reading his story, I feel more connected to Jeff as a character. You know, look at him. He just looks like such a sweetheart. I mean, if this showed up to you at night and told you to go to sleep, what, you know, just such an endearing, look at that face. The face of an angel. Yeah, if you liked this video, give a like, or a dislike, honestly. That, I appreciate it anyways. Just engage with it. Thank you for watching. If you're still here, fuck. If you're still here to the end, you are a strong person, because ramblings do not make any sense. I have horrible grammar, and I don't know how to do these. I don't know how to talk to a camera, basically. I'm shit at this YouTube thing, but thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good evening, a good morning, a good middle of the night. You know, some people are probably watching this at like 3 a.m. maybe. I wish you a very good life. I wish you well. Stay cringe, stay proud. Bye.